think your greatest achievement was done at the very end of your career, because you became the first man in the world over the age of 40 to break the 4-minute mile.
Well, I tell you, it was probably one of the most self-fulfilling races that I had ever run, because obviously you want to win gold medals in the Olympic Games, not silvers, not bronze, but golds. And having failed twice and then been out of an opportunity through injury in 1984, I had retired from my career and was more or less, you know, he was great, but he didn't do it. Now, this gave me a personal opportunity to do something nobody else had ever done. And I really put my neck on the line by training for 2 years at 38, 39 years of age to try and do it. When I turned 40, I ended up getting a serious injury in my hamstring and my butt, and it was impossible to sit down, to run, but I saw it through and I ran 4:01.6. And I realised if I could do that with injury, what would it be like if I give it one more shot 1 year later? So I came back at 41 years of age. Where I wanted to do it in Atlanta at the US Championships, they said, no, we don't want outfielders over 40s. We want to have the young guys. This is an elite race, the national championships. So I decided to set up my own meeting at a high school championships in Harvard and run at half-time the Masters Mile. I brought in my own cameraman. I brought in my own rabbit. I brought in my own field. I brought in my own officials, electronic timing, and I set about doing it. So when I eventually saw it through, and it was difficult in the race, the rabbit was pulling away from me. I was worried that I was going to drop out, couldn't deal with the pace. But I turned all those, you know, negative thoughts in the middle of the race that everybody gets into positive thoughts. Stick with it, stick with it, stick with it. And I just remembered with 200 metres to go in the race, 2:20 yards, Coghlan, this will be the last 2:20 you'll ever run in your life. Forget about the pain in your legs and just go with it. And the noise of the kids screaming nearly bursted my eardrum, so that kind of told me I was on schedule for it. So when I hit the finishing tape and I saw 3:58.17, I realised, what a way to go out. The next day, the people down in Atlanta called me and they says, hey, Eamonn, would you like to come to Atlanta to run? And I says, no, I promised myself if I ever ran a sub-4-minute mile, I was going to walk out of the sport, hang my spikes up. So they said, I tell you what, we'll pay you 50 grand. We'll give you a Mercy deal to run against. And I said, but you've no Masters Mile. And they said, no, young guy versus the old guys. NBC TV wants you. And I says, no, I don't want to go. I said, I tell you what, I'm going to take my master's degree from Harvard. I'm going to retire, keep the money, goodbye. And that was the end of it. I got a huge amount of satisfaction of going out, knowing that that race, my last race, sub-4-minute mile, 20 years after I got my first sub-4-minute mile, was the way to go on my terms.
Brilliant. And a lovely way to finish. Eamonn, thanks very much for joining us. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for this evening. So my great thanks to Eamonn Coghlan. Until the next time, from all of us here, bye-bye.